everyone. Happy January. Hope you're doing well. This is for the full moon in Cancer. Now remember, full moons are always in the opposite sign of the sun sign season. Say that 3 times fast. That we're in. And we are still in Capricorn for a couple more days, maybe a week. So hence, the full moon in the opposite sign from Capricorn is Cancer. So this is our first full moon of the calendar year. I know not everybody subscribes to the calendar year, but for the collective, that's how we work here in the 3D. So that's what we're doing. So when I say first full moon of the calendar year, January to December is our calendar year. There is a whole school of thought about the seasons and when we switched over to the Gregorian calendar and blah, 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 blah. That the seasons, the real new year should begin with spring. I'm cool with that. But for all intents and purposes, for right now, we're just talking about calendar year. Okay, now that we're all on the same page, hi. Thank you so much for all of your likes and shares and subscribes and trying to build a channel this year. So I've been at this almost 5 years. It'll be 5 years in May. Not super consistently, but I'm going to change that. That's one of the things I'm doing this year. So thank you. And if you're new here, hi, welcome. Thanks so much for being here. I hope that you find the information here helpful. And please remember that this is a general reading. I'm just reading the general energy that we have going on for everyone who's here and watching. And if you'd like your own personal reading, my info is in the description box below. If you are a regular, you will see that I have taken down the Calendly link. I just wasn't really feeling that it could do all the things that I need it and want it to do. So I'm looking into something else. So in the meantime, please feel free to email me and I will let you know about my offerings. I'm working on building my website as well, seeing what kind of abilities it has to do bookings. So if you would like your own personal reading, just email me and I'll let you know what your options are and pricing for that. So a little bit about this full moon. This is a fantastic full moon, generally speaking, because it's in the sign of Cancer. Cancer rules the 4th house. So in astrology, a little astrology 101, for those of you who might be curious, is all about the home and family and our relationships with our closest people. So family doesn't have to be blood. Family can be those who love us in various ways. So friendships and chosen family, absolutely, that counts too. If you have kids, it's kids or other people's children. So you could even be a teacher or a volunteer with youth or youth groups or things like that. So when I say kids and you're like, I don't have kids or my kids are grown, it could be grandkids, it could be nieces and nephews, godchildren, or children who are in your life in various ways. Maybe you're a soccer coach for a youth league, stuff like that. Maybe even the neighborhood kids. So it's all kinds of stuff. Cancer is ruled by the moon. So apropos, we've got a full moon right now. So with full moons, people tend to get a little cray, just a little bit. And that happens with every full moon. Ask anyone in law enforcement, healthcare, they will tell you things just happen. Just weird shit happens. So with full moons in general, it can be a little bit crazy. So this full moon, you can see, and there's a Mars aspect at play because Mars is in retrograde in the sign of Cancer. So there's another common denominator. Mars is the god of war and raw. So there could be some misfires, some things happening. But with it being in retrograde, it should cool off fairly quickly. Just mind your P's and Q's and get more information. And as I often preach, coach people that a reaction and a response are two different things. A reaction is something, it's like that knee jerk. Something triggers you and you're like, ah. A response is a carefully crafted, cultivated way of responding to that trigger. So somebody, let's use a watered down example. Somebody says, wow, that outfit's terrible. And you're like, thank you for your opinion. And you move on with your day. That's a response. It doesn't bother you. It's the whole, like, let them. Mel Robbins, let them. Let them think or say or do whatever they're going to do, because we can't control other people. The only thing we can control is ourselves. Are there going to be times that you have that reaction, that knee jerk? Yeah, absolutely. We're having a human experience and the ego does its thing. Ego's not all bad. It's the thing that protects us and says, don't go down a dark alley at night by yourself. Thank you. That's true. It just tries to keep us safe. But sometimes it tips a little too far in the other direction, and what's safe isn't always what's best for us. So like staying in a toxic relationship or a job that's not going anywhere and you want career growth, you want to bust through that ceiling, maybe that job's not right for you. There's nowhere else to go. Been there, done that, moved on, got the t-shirt. So things like that, where the ego says, ooh, but this is safe. At least I know what's going on here. Even though it's not the best thing for me, at least I know what's going on. Okay, but that's not serving my higher purpose. So your soul's like, come on, come this way. This way, please. So are there going to be times, back to what I was talking about, train back on track. There are going to be times that we react of, what do you mean this? I love this outfit. I think I look really good in this. What are you talking about? You don't have any fashion sense. Yeah, there's going to be times that happens. Again, follow my watered down example. There are going to be times. It does take practice to get to the response part, but it's doable. It's doable. Just catch yourself. Like, what are you talking about? And then they say, like, those colors don't look right on your skin tone. You're like, okay. Thanks for that. And move on. Whether you agree or not, or if you go home and you're like, maybe these colors aren't right for me. Maybe cool tones don't work for me and I need a warmer tone. Okay. Great. It's this extreme neutrality of, it doesn't affect me. Other people's opinions don't affect me. As a recovering people pleaser, I will tell you it takes a lot of practice, but it is doable. Okay. So with this full moon, it's a great time to release all of that stuff. If somebody did say something or do something, remember, forgiveness is about us. It's about saying, I'm not letting that situation or that person hurt me anymore. I'm drawing boundaries, not walls. Boundaries show people where the door is when you put up walls. The boundary, especially if you're dealing with narcissists or people who have well-intentioned but not helpful comments, because not everybody who says something like that outfit doesn't look good on you is trying to be mean. They might just be like, hey, there's something better out there for you. And it's nice to wear things that we feel good in. So whether you take their opinion with a grain or salt shaker full of salt or not, sometimes people are well-intentioned, but it's not helpful. That's a grief recovery term. Well-intentioned, but not helpful comments. So this is a great time to release that. Full moons are always great for release. You can release anytime, huge fan, doesn't matter when it is. Releasing is always good. The full moon is a great reminder for us. So if you have some sort of ritual with your house, like I sage a lot, but on the full moon, I sage extra. It's a great reminder. Make your list of things that you're going to release. It could be fear. It could be negativity. It could be stuff that's dredged up from a long time ago, because inner child healing, child counts too, under the Cancerian umbrella, inner child. It can also be, I actually am burning, and I have it right here, my list of things that I want to manifest this year: peace and tranquility, positive abundance, good fortune, gratitude, miracles, growth and expansion in the business, stuff like that. So I was divinely led after I wrote this to burn it at the full moon. So I'm releasing and letting go and surrendering to the universe the control, the fear around anything that's keeping me from these beautiful things. So you could do that too. It could be stuff that you want to manifest and you're letting it go to the universe. So burn it safely. Burn it safely. Um, and it's nice to do it outside if you can. Like even where I live in the Northeast United States, we have snow and a lot of it, and there's a lot more coming. But it's a nice clear night tonight. The last night, it was, oh my gosh, the moon, it was just gorgeous. It's not even totally full yet. But I'm going to go outside and burn my list under the full moon Monday night, and or Tuesday, depending on where you are in the world, and have the four elements. So you have the earth being the paper that I wrote it on because it came from a tree, and I'll have the air to carry the smoke and the intentions up to the universe. I'll have some water. I have a bottle of spring water that I pour on it afterwards. Even when I'm sure that the embers are out, I still just kind of pour a little bit of water on it to bring in the water element. And bonus points if it's raining or snowing where you are, you can use that. And then the fire that I'll burn it safely. And then just letting it go to spirit. So if that feels right for you, go for it. Nonetheless, letting things go that have been bothering you, especially around things that have to do with the home and your intimate relationships. Intimate doesn't have to mean sex. It certainly could, but it could also, look at this beautiful stream of sunlight coming in right now. See, I told you it was sunny here in Northeast Ohio this weekend. It was beautiful. So if you have anything in those areas, you can also find out where Cancer is in your chart and the fourth house. My fourth house happens to be with Cancer. So I get a 2-for-1. See if you have any planets in those areas too, in Cancer and in the fourth house, and what that means for you. Lots of layers to the astrology onion. So Google helps, but if you know an astrologer, that's super helpful too. It's a great time to dig in and find out a little bit more about yourself. It's all what this is all about. It's all about lessons and healing and inner work. So I've got several oracle decks, as always, that we're going to use. I'm going to use the Archangel Michael deck. I just felt like that one was calling to me. So let's get an overall energy. I will pull cards for individual zodiac signs. So listen for your sun, your rising, your moon, Venus if you want to do some love work, and North Node, anything else that makes you happy. Okay? If you have anything else that you want to listen for, just kind of putting all the pieces of the puzzle together. But this is for everybody. Ooh, all right, 6 of water. So this deck uses elements. This is the 6 of cups. It's about memories, childhood, nostalgia. That is exactly what the fourth house is. So perfect. I'm going to lay out the rest of it before we get too far into explanations. If you are new, I do take jumpers, which is what that card was. It came out while I was shuffling, and it fell out face up. This is what I call user error, where I drop half the deck. Obviously, we're not going to take all those cards. That's just me not having enough coffee yet. All right, that feels good. All right, 9 of fire, which is the 9 of wands, 6 of earth, which is 6 of pentacles. 8 of air is the 8 of swords. 3 of earth is the 3 of pentacles. The 9 of air, can't leave that alone. Okay, good. Love it. So we've got the 9 of air is the 9 of swords. The 7 of earth is 7 of pentacles. 3 of fire is the 3 of wands. And the knight of earth is the knight of pentacles. So what does that all mean when we put it all together? So the 9 of fire here, that is the 9 of wands. So in the minor arcana, we go ace to 10, and then we have the court cards. So 9 is, this is also a 9 year, 2025. 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 5 is 9. It's nearing completion. So this year we are focusing on completing cycles and getting rid of the things that no longer serve us. Perfect. So the 9 of fire can sometimes be seen as like the wounded warrior. Kind of, and Chiron just came in, even though Chiron is an asteroid that is the wounded healer. So maybe there's something there. But it's about resilience, get knocked down 8, stand up 9. But there could also be a little bit of victim mentality. That's the shadow side of the 9 of wands. So being careful that you are standing up for yourself, that you are practicing resiliency in the face of adversity, but being careful not to get dragged down by victim mentality, especially with the 9 of air here at the bottom. That's the nightmare card, sleeplessness, worry, insomnia kind of stuff, because you are just thinking so much. So with these 2 9s here, it's telling me that we should be careful not to get dragged down into victim mentality. Woe is me. Why is this happening to me? As I'm healing my inner child, just getting into that victim state. No, clear, cancel, delete. As you're healing your inner child, you're being resilient. You're not letting that stuff affect you so much anymore. Remember what I said about boundaries earlier. So with this 9 of air, I channeled this while I was in a session with a private client. And I think I've passed it on because it's such good information. So here you go. Some free advice from the grief counselor. If you find yourself not being able to get to sleep because your brain is racing with worrisome thoughts, things that like, oh, I have a million things to do tomorrow, or how am I going to get through this? Or I've got 6 more days until payday and my utilities are due, or they're going to get shut off. Whatever it is that you're worrying about, write it down. Get it out. You can physically write it down on a piece of paper. You can do a voice memo in your phone. You can do a notes in your phone, whatever feels right for you, whatever your ability is as well. I know not everybody can write. So if you're able to get it out in some way before you try to go to sleep, that can be helpful. If it's a to-do list and things that, well, we'll just start there. If it's a to-do list, write down at the top of the page or mark at the top things that can wait until tomorrow, and then list it out. If it's things that you can't control, write or put down things I can't control. Make the list. Let me grab a sip of water here. So sorry. Okay. Okay, there we go. I'm back. So that could help you. Or if you wake up in the middle of the night and you have the racing thoughts, do it again. Write it down again. Write down more if there's more. Just get it out of your brain. And maybe practice a mantra like, I can't do anything about that right now. It's 3 a.m. There's nothing I can do. The store's not open. The banks aren't open. I can't talk to that person because they're asleep. Draft an email or a text message. Something like that. So that you can get it out of your brain. All right. With the 6 of Pentacles, this is about fair and equal balance, generosity, and sharing resources. And it doesn't have to mean you put in $6, I put in $6. It can be you put in 10, I put in 2. That still equals 12. 6 and 6 is 12, 10 and 2 is 12. It's math, it just is. So again, watered down example, follow me. With this, hello Phineas. The familiar is making his presence known by knocking around my tripod. So it's in relationships too. This is Pentacles energy. It is tangible things. It's also effort and energy. So if it's you shovel the sidewalk while I cook dinner, that can be fair and equal because I'm a better chef and you don't mind being outside in the cold. Great. You mow the lawn while I clean the house. And I'm not talking about gender roles. I'm just talking about two people. And it could be delegation too. Hey kids, go outside and shovel the walk for us and for the neighbors while I make you lunch. See how it's equal. The scales balance in some way. That's what this is about. So making sure that everything is in balance, that can help too. If that's a point of contention for many households and many relationships is I'm putting in way more than I'm getting back. Have the conversation. 8 of air. This is about, and with it being right in the middle, it's like this is the source of conflict. This is what you're being invited to let go under this full moon. Is this element of, I'm going to say false entrapment. It's a prison of your own making in your own mind. It's this whole anxiety thing that we were talking about. So maybe you're doubting yourself or your ability. Maybe this anxiety is coming from, I feel stuck. And the thing is, he could easily walk around these swords or in between them or pull one out and keep moving. But it's that, what's that meme? It's the horse or elephant, or I think it's an elephant. Oh, that makes my heart just sink. I think it's an elephant that's just tied with a rope to a chair. And it had been conditioned its whole life to thinking that it was that it was weaker than the chair. When in fact, we all know that an elephant is much stronger than a wooden chair and it could just walk off. But it's this conditioning. So maybe in this childhood healing, you're finding out what you were conditioned to believe. Because swords, air energy, thoughts, intellect. What were you conditioned to believe? Do you still believe it? Is it serving you well? If not, are you still letting it control your life? Influence your life. Let it go. Make a new choice. With the 3 of Pentacles here, 3 of Earth, 3 of Pentacles, that's like teamwork makes the dream work. So maybe getting involved, getting some help, asking people around you to help you. Maybe while you're going through this childhood healing, maybe you're asking people around you to help you remember or understand why things were the way that they were. Maybe you're getting involved in, I don't know why I'm getting this, but maybe you're getting involved in some sort of hobby or you're getting involved in the community and you're kind of like working it out. It's the collaboration energy for me that's making me feel like there's people around you who are able to help you if you feel stuck, helping you to get unstuck in some way, because they're helping you see the bigger picture. Like you're seeing this much of it, but there's a lot more. And there's an angel here. So if that calls to you to ask your spirit team for help, you always, always, always have help in the spirit realm. So with these 3 cards, because like I said, I couldn't leave this 9 of Swords energy down here by itself. Like, oh my gosh, what's going on? But these 3 here, the 7 of Pentacles, 3 of Wands, and the King of Pentacles, it's about evaluating and thinking about how you want to expand this new way of being, what's been working, what hasn't been, weeding out your garden, and having a plan. The Knight of Pentacles is the card I call man with a plan or woman with a plan, who Um, so nights are about movement. This is the slowest moving night in the deck. And this is having a plan, a tangible plan of this is how we're going to move forward. The thing is, don't become a stick in the mud. That's the shadow side of that card. Making sure that you are able to adjust the sails where needed. There could be a detour. Okay, no problem. We'll find another route. So I'm being called back here to the Eight of Swords. So when you're doing this healing and you're going through, you might be discovering some things about yourself or about your childhood, your belief system that needs an adjustment so that you can come through this stage so that you can get to growth and expansion. There's a lot of beautiful healing energy going on here. So take it where it resonates for you, and see what spirit has to say. Do a meditation. Yes, walking counts. I'm a big fan of shower meditations. Just this beautiful energy of collaboration, maybe getting some external insight and seeing what comes up. Speaking of, this is the Oracle of Shadows and Light. So what is being revealed to you through this work? Voodoo in blue. I love that. Back off. I love her. Number 22. So this cute little vampire fairy looking emo goth. I love her. She's beautiful. She looks a bit defensive. That's a little bit of the Mars energy going on here. But she ultimately is here to help you, believe it or not. So maybe you need to take a few steps back. Or it's that whole boundaries thing, like, hey, you over there, take a few steps back. Things that aren't in your best interest, things that you need to cut out from your life. Pick up this sword from the Eight of Air and just cut it out. Listen, sometimes you have to get a little bit forceful with people or even with yourself, especially people who keep pushing. When you set boundaries, they keep pushing to test them or to see if they can knock it down because they don't like it. Well, tough. This is your boundary. You're allowed to stick your ground. So maybe it's time to, how did that go back in the 90s? The real world, stop being nice and start getting real. maybe that's it. You know, it's time to stop people pleasing. It's time to stop being nice or going along to get along kind of stuff. Maybe it's time to set some boundaries and say, hey, listen, this isn't working for me. And if you look like the bad guy, if you piss some people off, oh well. Be okay with that. If they're pushing your boundaries, if they're knowingly stepping over your boundaries, then they kind of deserve to get the little nip. So, you know, maybe you need some space. Maybe somebody needs to back off and you get some space. There is, even when you're telling somebody like that to back off, so to speak, pound salt, kick rocks, whatever you want to say. There are nice ways, not nice. Let me back up on that one. There are ways to say it that still get your point across without being disrespectful. There we go. Okay, so find that within you. So let's now pull some cards for each individual zodiac sign. I'm going to use this one. Actually, I should clean this up first. Stand by. Okay, so I'm going to start with Aquarius because we're just about to Aquarius season. I'm going to pull a few different oracles. Oracle cards. So let's start with Aquarius. This is the spellcasting deck. It's all listed below Because if you're anything like me and you like to collect cards, you like to know what deck it is. Grieving. Ooh, Aquarius. What's going on? Grieving. Oh, okay. No, as a grief specialist. Oh, friendship. Okay. There's a few different messages I'm getting. I'm just going to keep going before I talk too much. Okay. So, first of all, if you are grieving the loss of someone to death, I'm very, very sorry for your loss. It's so hard. Whether it's something fresh or they could have been gone for a while, it's okay to grieve. And grief comes in waves. We're never truly done grieving. We're always going to grieve someone that we loved. You could be grieving the end of a relationship here with friendship here. Could be friendship, could be romantic, could be something else. It's like an estrangement. This person's still on the physical plane. Maybe it's a divorce. Whether you or someone else got divorced and now you don't see that person anymore. It's equally hard. It's just it's the same side of or two sides of the same coin. So when you're grieving, maybe even the loss of hopes and dreams, there's 40 plus different life events that cause grief. So you could be grieving because you left a job, you retired, or something. You left a job and you had friends there, and now you don't get to see them all the time. Maybe you're grieving that. You could be grieving something from childhood. Maybe a friend moved away, and you're like, I wonder whatever happened to that person, and maybe you can't find them on social media. Name changes, or Jane Smith is a really common name. So you're like, oh gosh, we were 7, so I don't know what she looks like today. So there could be an element here of that as well. So you could be grieving many different things, and none of it is greater than another type of grief. Having been a grief specialist for going on 10 years now, excuse me, I can tell you that I have seen people say, oh my gosh, your loss is so much greater and deeper than mine. Why am I even concerned about what I'm grieving? No, that's just perspective. Grief is grief regardless of the situation. We all experience grief at 100%. So if you are grieving anything, allow yourself the space and grace to do so. Sometimes most often, tears are the most common thing. People cry. Sometimes you're mad and you just need to yell. Go out to the middle of the woods and just yell. Yell into a pillow, sit in your car and just let it out. I've done that so many times. Cried, screamed, danced. My car is my safe space. So whatever it is, whatever you need to do that. Writing, journaling, going to a support group, getting help with your friends. Maybe your friends are the ones who are helping you grieve. Whatever it is for you, please experience it and let it go. And communication is key. I love this. And the new moon in Gemini. So new moons always happen in the same sun sign that we're in. And Gemini season is like the middle of May to the middle of June-ish. So between now and then, so over the next maybe like 4 or 5 months, let yourself process through this grief, whatever it is. Let yourself process through it. And like I said, it comes in waves. There will be times during your healing journey that you think, I've processed everything I can possibly process, and then something else comes up. Like 6 months later, something else comes up. So it just comes up when it comes up. It's not always convenient. So just let yourself move through it, Space and grace. I'm making a t-shirt, space and grace. And let your friends help you. Maybe you're finding new friendships. Maybe whatever it is that you're grieving allows you to get out. Remember that Three of Pentacles from the tarot spread, gets you out and about, out in the community, or your friends help you in some way. You're making new friends. So community, we are communal creatures. We're tribal by instinct because there's safety in numbers. Back to caveman days. The more people we have to fight off the saber-toothed tiger, I know that's a totally wrong era, but you know what I mean. To fight off the bear, poor bears, we pick on them so much. To fight off the bear, the safer we are. When we have more people to gather more resources, we're sustained. So we're here for friendship. I'm not saying that you have to have 20,000 friends. You can have 4 who are very devoted. And that's way more important. Quality over quantity. But you have to communicate. You have to communicate your needs. People can't help you if you don't tell them what you need. It's a soul coaching card. What can I burn? Safely, what can I burn? So burn it all. The ugly lies, the pain, the shame, the criticism, the images that run through your head, the reminders of what you did wrong, and the quote unquote proof that you are not enough. Burn, baby, burn. Your soul is calling. It's time for a rebirth. You are like the phoenix rising from the ashes, no longer attached to the past. You are free. Your wings are ready. Use them. So soul action or reflection. Make the choice that you will no longer let the past define you. Yeah, it's a choice. I am is a powerful statement, and so is I choose. Make the choice that you will no longer let the past define you. Pick up your pen or keyboard or voice memo. What will your next chapter look like? I actually got this earlier in my own personal reading. Interesting. Love that for you, Aquarius. I'm going to leave you with a unicorn. Woo. Okay. Friendship. Literal synchronicity caught on camera. Here we go. Friendship. Seek out your soul family. Remember what I said earlier, family isn't blood. Doesn't have to just be blood. Surround yourself with positive people. Spend more time socializing. See your little squirrel friend up here? I'm not sure if squirrels and horses have a symbiotic relationship, but in this case, they do. Well, squirrels and unicorns, anyway, have a symbiotic relationship. That's really sweet. Look at all that red and yellow. So that's solar plexus and root, and in between is the sacral. So maybe working on your lower chakras and feeling grounded and rooted will help you. I always say ground yourself when you're grieving. There's another t-shirt idea. Love that. All right, Aquarius, thank you. Setting the stage. Pisces. Okay. Pisces got 2. Fellow water sign to Cancer. Clarity and passion. Ooh. Okay. What is your passion, Pisces? What is your passion? What are you passionate about? Could be an environmental cause, could be the justice system, could be caring for children. Pisces, I'm a sun sign Pisces. We're incredibly intuitive. We're really good at that. Really, really good at knowing what people need. Hope, gorgeous. And being able to respond in kind. Beautiful. Beautiful. From the bottom. Meditate and contemplate. Also really good at that. Some soul seeking, some soul searching, doing some things that help you. Remember, meditation doesn't have to be sitting like I always say a Buddhist monk, and I kind of feel bad about that now. But just sitting in silence and in lotus and, just for hours. No. Driving in your car with the radio going or music, that's meditative. I do some of my best talking to my guides when I'm in my car. Yes, I'm still paying attention. Yes, I'm still being very safe. But if you've got a little bit of a drive, like 20 minutes even, we'll just go for a drive, go for a walk, whatever it is for you. Walking in nature is beautiful. It's a beautiful meditation. Just noticing what's around you. What do I believe about money? Do my beliefs match my dreams? Interesting. Okay, so let's dive into this, Pisces. Gaining clarity through meditation, clearly. That's exactly what, and the new moon in Pisces. So the new moon in your sign will be like end of February, beginning of March. So I think 2 new moons. We have a new moon in Aquarius and then a new moon in Pisces. Yeah. So 2 new moons from now. So a couple months. Take some time to get really, really clear on what it is. Even if you give yourself 10 minutes a day, meditate, get clear, bring in your passion. Your passion is your purpose. And yes, it can be your full-time gig. It can be the thing that brings in the most amount of money, if that's what you're looking for. Is that your dream? And then do your beliefs match that? If not, get them in alignment. Get clear about it. What are your money bills? We did this in our retreat yesterday through the beautiful winter wellness retreat with the money. And we did a whole session about this. What do you believe? Because your beliefs create your thoughts, which creates your reality. Thoughts become things, Mike Dooley. And hope is the thing. You also have to have action. You can have all the hope in the world, but you got to have action. Like, oh, I hope this works out. Well, what are you doing to make it work out? You have to have some skin in the game. So hope, this beautiful rainbow back here, yes, it's important to keep your eye on the prize and bring in this positivity and the hope and the love. But with any manifestation, you have to put some action behind it too. And then the universe responds beautifully. So take a deep dive into your belief system around money. Are there any beliefs you need to upgrade to create the results you are wanting most in your life? Write out your money story. Is it time for a sacred shift? What will your next chapter be? Fill in this blank. I am grateful to money because it provides me with the things that I want and need. That's mine. Use it if you'd like. I am grateful. And gratitude. That's the secret ingredient to manifesting, Pisces. Gratitude. So being grateful. So what have we been taught about money? What are the myths? What are the negative things that we've been told? Oh, it doesn't grow on trees. Or, oh, you have to work hard. Or, oh, if you have too much of it, people will think that you're, maybe somebody will take advantage of you, or they'll think that you're hoity-toity and they won't want to associate with you. What are your negative beliefs? And then what are your positive beliefs? Replace the negative with the positive. Okay. Nice. Pisces, look at you. Money is sacred. It is. It's okay. It's the love of money. Greed. 7 deadly sins. Greed. Greed is the root of all evil. It's what you do with it that makes it positive or negative. It's money itself is neutral. But if it's not necessarily just money, it's resources in general. It's your time. It's your energy. It's your stuff. Woo. All right. Aries. Aries. What is your full moon? I almost said full moon fortune. I don't know why. I'm not a fortune teller. I always say, I'm like, that takes away your power. But here we go. All right. Freedom. What's your full moon freedom, Aries? What's your full moon freedom? I like that. there's a cage. I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but there's a cage in the background. If you have the spellcasting deck, or just do a Google image search for freedom, it reminds me of that Eight of Swords energy from the tarot spread. The future, okay, Aries, what is your full moon freedom? Full moon future. Okay. Maybe that's why I stumbled on that word, fortune. You know, what's your future? What do you want to create, Aries? What do you want to create? How is your future going to look different than your past? Ooh, that's a good one. Thank you, Spirit. How is your future going to look different from your past? Aries, damn. All right. Look at the bigger picture, full moon in Sag. We'll have that in Gemini season, so like end of May, beginning of June, somewhere in there. Google will be our friend. Look at the bigger picture. So yeah, free yourself from this past. How do you want your past to be left in the past and create this new future? How does your future look different from your past, Aries? That's your question. Woo! So look at the bigger picture. Sag is ruled by Jupiter, largest planet in our solar system that we know of. And it's all about fortune. And where's Jupiter in your chart? Where's Sag in your chart? Check it out. My Jupiter happens to be in Sag. My chart is like 80% what the normal astrology chart is. So it's kind of funny. It's easy for me to remember. I'm like, thanks for that. But see where those two things are in your chart, and how that could influence who you are now and who you want to be. Am I in my head or in my heart? That's very Gemini. So something about Gemini season here, Aries. What is the quality of your self-talk? Our brain is like a muscle. If we condition it daily, the fears and limitations will take over. Mastering our thoughts is about being the creator of our own life. Where your head meets your heart is where miracles happen. Ooh, that's cool. Today, master your mind. Watch an inspiring video, do some tapping. If you don't know what tapping is, it's like the EFT. Nick Ortner, awesome. Read an empowering book or write out all the reasons why you believe in yourself and your dreams. Ooh, okay. So you're writing your future with every thought that you have. I just said this to Pisces. Your beliefs influence your thoughts, which influence what happens in your life. Thoughts become things. So what do you believe? Because that's what's in your head. Drop into your heart. What do you fully, truly believe? Not just what you've been taught, but what you truly believe, and write your future. Ooh, Aries, that's awesome. Ooh, spirit chills on that one. Love it. Love that journey for you, Aries. Taurus, hello. Taurus, for this full moon in Cancer. Freedom. Okay, you watched me shuffle. There was no editing in this video. I shuffle live on camera for reasons. This is one of them. Aries just got this. So maybe go back and watch the Aries if you didn't already. Go with the flow. Ooh, Taurus. Okay. Yeah. Embrace the Cancerian water energy. Cancer's a crab. So this... I know you're in our sign. I know you're the bull sunning itself out the pasture. Like, I ain't got time to go swim. Like, but going with the flow. Full moon in Leo, which we'll have during Aquarius season. So that's our next full moon. Leo, don't let pride get in your way. So that's probably mid-February. We'll have that. Don't let pride get in your way. That's the shadow side of Leo. Everybody has light and shadow. Everybody. So you're allowed to be confident. You're encouraged to be confident, Taurus. But let the ego go. Let the ego go. What if it isn't true? What do you believe? What do you believe? The thing you are telling yourself right now, the concrete reasons why you think you don't belong, you can't do it, you won't get there, you're not enough. What if it's not for you? What if it wasn't true? Because it isn't true. That's why. It's time for a soul chat. Close your eyes, put your hands on your heart, and ask the wise one within you, what if it isn't true? What else might be possible? So if you shift the belief, freedom, that Eight of Swords from the tarot spread, that freedom from that harsh thinking, what if it isn't true? Challenge it. Stop, challenge, choose. Stop the thought, challenge it. What if that's not true? And then choose. Choose what to believe instead. What lie do I need to let go of to reach my soul's truth? Because it is. Anything that's negative isn't your soul speaking. Whose voice is that? I say that to people all the time. When you have a negative thought, like, I'm not good enough, I can't do it, who the hell am I to think that I can have $7 million? Whose voice is that? Because it's not yours. It's not your soul's voice. That's somebody else. Somebody, probably from childhood, projected onto you. And that's not cool. Take it back. Flow with life. Flow through this healing. And be angry if you need to. Roar like the lion if you need to. And allow yourself to shine in the best possible light. Healed. Not egocentric, like, well, I'll show you. It's more like, you know what? I'll show you. I'll show you exactly who I am to believe that I can have $7 million. That I can bring that in. Watch me. Difference, right? The confidence versus the control. Ooh, Taurus. Love that. Spicy, but awesome. Yeah. Gemini, hello. Ooh, okay. All right. Gemini's ready to talk right out the bat. Love that. Love and talent. Ooh. Okay, Gemini. Okay. What do you love? What do you love about yourself? This is self-love. What talent do you have that you can shine brightly into the world? Do that. Acceptance. Yes. This is like radical self-acceptance. I accept who I am. And it's also accepting your limitations. Like, I know what I can do, but I know what I can't do. My dad always said, I'm a plumber, not a mechanic. So I take my car, my truck, my vehicle to a mechanic who knows what the hell they're doing. Because I'm a plumber, not a mechanic. So knowing what you're really good at is also knowing where you need some help. And that's cool. We all have different things that we do. That's what makes us all shine. Like, I'm not a mechanic and I'm not a plumber. I'm a plumber's daughter, but I'm not a plumber. Like, I can tell you some things, but I don't really know how to plumb a house. So I would call my dad, but I would call a plumber. It's about knowing your limitation and knowing that that's okay. Radical acceptance. So this win-win forecast, win-win outcome is forecast, and you are good enough. Oh, Gemini. Oh, Gemini. This is beautiful. So loving yourself, acknowledging the acceptance, or acknowledging the talent that you have, accepting radical acceptance, accepting what you do know, what you don't know, what talents you do have, where you can improve upon those, and then the ones that you don't, that you can outsource. Let's just say it that way. You can outsource. But when you do, a win-win outfit, like, it works for everybody. What you bring to the table, what somebody else brings to the table. It's a good balance here, this full moon in Libra. That's gorgeous. That'll happen during Aries season. So if you're looking for timing, full moon in Libra will happen during Aries sun season. So middle of March to middle of April-ish, and you are good enough. The full moon in Virgo will happen during Pisces season, so a couple months from now, like probably sometime in March, we'll have a full moon in Virgo. So if you're looking for timing, there you go. And soul coaching. Here we go. What are the dominant emotions that run my life? Oof, okay. How do you fill your day? With stress or with joy? Trust or anger? Anxiety or peace? We have only today, right now, the journey. No goal, no destination will bring us to the feeling we seek. Yeah, you have to feel it now. But when we begin filling every day with with what we value most, we will attract more of it. This is fulfillment. Lean into what you want to feel and adjust your life, your values, your expectations, your thoughts to match your desires. What do you want to feel? Are you willing to let go of the belief that you have to achieve something in order to feel it? Act as if it's already here, now. Feel it now, not the someday, now. Beautiful. Woof. Okay, Gemini, you got some homework. Everybody does, don't worry, you're not the only one. Cancer, hello. This is your full moon, so let's see what's going on. What's your guidance right now? You might be feeling extra emotional. It's okay, roll with it. Happiness, ooh, okay. Maybe you're feeling extra happy. Awesome. Beautiful, shine that light. Joy is all around. I love that butterfly there. There's a blue butterfly. Memories. Oh. Okay, feeling a little nostalgic. That's about right. Maybe you have some happy memories. Maybe you have some unhappy, not so happy memories. Radical acceptance. Like, hey, it happened. It's part of the story. All good stories have some sort of breaking point and then happiness again. The hero's journey. You have your hero, some tower moment or obstacle happens, they get through it, and they come out the other side. Better, faster, braver, stronger. Confidence is your key to success. Beautiful. So confident and happy. So these memories, so what I was saying with the hero's journey, these memories that are here are coming up for you for a reason. Acknowledge them, accept them. If they're not so happy, release them and replace them with the millions of happy memories that you do have. And it can be as simple as watching a butterfly. Nothing makes me as happy as a butterfly flitting around from flower to flower. Every time I see butterflies, I just spontaneously smile. I love them so much. They bring me so much joy. I'm so grateful for them. And anytime I see them, I know that spirit is with me. And I associate different colors with different things. So white butterflies to me is my spirit team saying, hello, we love you. We're watching over you. We've got you. So maybe that's something for you. But it's not toxic positivity to replace bad memories with good ones. It's actually an exercise that we talk about in grief recovery. There's a part of it that's called stuck on a painful image. And when you have some sort of negative memory that you're associating yourself with, instead of focusing on that, you acknowledge it. This is me talking now. You acknowledge it and release it. So that's spiritual. This is not spiritual bypassing. It's not toxic positivity. What you're doing is you're acknowledging that thing happened. Let yourself play through it and then say, and that's over now. And I'm focusing on the happy memory. I have so many happy memories. So there you go. And they can be as small as Man, I am so happy when I watch waves crash at the beach, when I walk through nature, when I'm swimming, whatever it is for you, Cancer. Happy memories. What can I burn? One of the other signs got this. Burn it all. The ugly lies, the pain, the shame, the criticism, the images that run through your head, the reminders of what you did wrong, or the proof that you were not enough. Burn, baby, burn. Safely, safely, safely burn it. Your soul is calling. It's time for a rebirth. You are like the phoenix rising from the ashes, no longer attached to the past. You are free. Your wings are ready. Use them. Use them. Make the choice that you will no longer let the past define you. Pick up your pen. What will your next chapter look like? So, those negative memories, let them go. Embrace happiness. Embrace it. Ooh, Cancer. Okay. Now, Leo's turn. Hello, Leo. What is going on for you for this full moon? Okay. Truth. Ooh, there's some sort of truth being revealed. Maybe you're connecting with your inner truth. Maybe through this work, you're finding out the truth. Maybe you had some sort of semblance or some memory of a past transgression that you found out the why that happened. Inner knowing. Yeah, this truth, this inner knowing. Maybe you knew it all along. Maybe it leads to an aha moment. Like, oh, okay. You get to decide what you do with it. Whatever this truth is, Leo, you get to decide what you're going to do with it. You're very close to achieving your goal. Oof, love it. So this truth that's being revealed for you, Leo, you already know. You already know. It's going to be a confirmation for you. It's going to be a confirmation, and it's going to bring you closer to achieving your goal. It could be a goal of healing, could be an aha moment that leads to you going back and getting education to further your career or start a new one. Whatever it is, it's bringing you closer to that, achieving that goal. Do I surround myself with people who lift me up? The people with whom we surround ourselves determine who we become. Does your tribe fill you up? Do they inspire you? Do they believe in you? Do they help you step into your greatest potential? Make a desire list of the type of people with whom you wish to surround yourself, and clarify if there is anyone in your life right now who is no longer serving you. Can you love them from a distance? Boundaries. That's what we talked about in the tarot reading. Boundaries. Boundaries are imperative. So you're finding out a truth. Maybe it's helping you to create some boundaries. Remember, boundaries show people where the door is to let them through your walls. You already know. It's going to deepen your inner knowing. You're going to connect more with yourself. You're going to trust yourself more. And it's going to bring you to achieving your goals. So the people who are around you, are they helping you with those areas? Lovely. So good, Leo. So good. Virgo. Hey, Virgo. What's going on for you during this full moon cycle? Ooh, spirit guide. Hello. Bringing out your spirit guides. Love it. Connecting more with your spirit team. They're guiding you. They want to help you, Virgo. Let them help you. You don't have to do it all on your own. I know you are the quintessential perfectionist of the zodiac. Let spirit help you. You don't have to go it alone. Let spirit help you. A mystery. Okay. Actually, I can't leave that. I can't leave it. Awareness. Okay. Yeah. Beautiful. Where am I going here? lost my order of decks. So there's some sort of mystery that's being revealed to you through your awareness. So connect more with your spirit team. If you don't already have a good meditation practice, and you know how I say meditation isn't sitting in silence and lotus for 6 hours, walking meditation, going for a drive, shower, bath, whatever it is, just getting to a place where your mind, follow a guided meditation, a place where your mind is finally quiet for once, right, Virgo? Finally quiet for once. Believe in the impossible. I love it. So through your connection to your spirit team and through your awareness, this mystery is coming up into your conscious awareness. So right now, believe in the impossible. I love that. Believe in the impossible. So Virgo, it doesn't have to be tangible. I know you're an earth sign, but it doesn't have to be tangible for it to be real. It can exist first in your awareness, in your thoughts, and then in the physical. Do I surround myself with people who lift me up? Leo just got this. You watched me shuffle. The people with whom we surround ourselves determine who we become. So are the people who are around you, people who inspire you, who drive you, who help you see these things? Does your tribe fill you up? Do they inspire you? Do they believe in you? It's this whole, like, you're most like the 5 people you surround yourself with. So who are they? How are they? How are they showing up in the world? Are they helping you to be the truest version, the most authentic version of yourself? If not, scoot them away. Do they help you step into your greatest potential? So there you go. Make a desire list of the type of people with whom you wish to surround yourself and clarify if there is anyone in your life who no longer serves you. Can you love them from a distance? So boundaries, the boundary part of that tarot reading that where we talked about boundaries, show people where the door is so that they can walk through it. So assert your boundaries, Virgo, assert your boundaries. Step into this possibility, this very Cancerian energy, this mystery. Your opposite sign is Pisces. Pisces is the quintessential king and queen of mystery and depth and in that watery energy. That's why I have the mermaid deck for this. Step into that. Step into it. Let it be a thing for you, Virgo, and believe in the impossible. Just because it's not tangible right now doesn't mean it exists in potential, and bring it in. You have the power. Bring it in. Surround yourself with the right people. The people who see your magic, who explore it with you, who help you to bring it out into the world in a tangible way. Yeah. Love it. Libra. Hey, Libra. What's going on for you during this full moon cycle? I have a couple that kind of want to pop out. You're having a hard time deciding on something, Libra? You're an air sign. You're very intellectual. Maybe you're like too much in your mind. Healing. Oh, beautiful. Healing. This is an opportunity for healing. And this full moon in Cancer is fantastic for healing. You have to do it in solitude, though. Not to say that you can't get help from people, absolutely, but you can't have other people do it for you. Maybe you do your best healing in solitude. Maybe you're just kind of being a little bit more hermit-like. You're wintering. Maybe you're wintering right now, allowing yourself to just come within and be at peace in your sacred space, in your beautiful sacred space. You're very content, and you're seeking contentment as well. The answers you need are coming. Full moon in Gemini, and your commitment's being tested. So to me, this is your commitment to yourself. And it's not like testing in this toxic spirituality kind of way of like, oh, the universe is testing you, or in a toxic religious way of God is testing you. Like, no, that doesn't happen. That's not a thing. That's not real. What it actually is your commitment to yourself. In this case, your commitment to yourself could be tested in a way like what's trying to pull you away from your healing. Cut it. No. Embrace the solitude. Not saying that you can't go out to dinner with your friends Saturday night. Like, absolutely, do that. We saw the Three of Pentacles in the main tarot spread. So yeah, definitely enlist help of people, but ultimately you have to be the one that heals yourself. You can go to a healer and get help. Like, I give Reiki treatments to people, and I help them see the things that are coming up for healing, but ultimately they're the ones that have to do it. I use this example all the time. I can put out a buffet. I see hungry people. I can put out a buffet, but I can't make them eat. I can't even, if I shoved a fork full of food in their mouth, I can't make them chew and swallow. You got to do it yourself. The healing comes in solitude and being content with yourself before you can be content with anyone else. So in meditation come answers. So in your solitary meditation, even if you're in a group meditation, you're inside yourself. You're the only one in your head. You are the only one. So the answers come in that form as well. And your commitment to your healing. Don't let anything distract you, Libra. Keep your focus on your healing. Third in a row, and you watched me shuffle. Leo and Virgo got this. Do I surround myself with people who lift me up? The people with whom we surround ourselves determine who we become. We are most like the 5 people we surround ourselves with. Do you like that or no? Evaluate it. Does your tribe fill you up? Do they inspire you? Do they believe in you? Do they help you step into your greatest potential? Or are they the people who like, oh, we have a really good time, and you're masking? You're masking the symptom. Then they're actually holding. They can be perfectly fine, nice human beings, beautiful souls. But if they're not helping you heal, if they're not challenging you to expand, what are you doing? Maybe it's time to love them from a distance. That's down here. Make a desire list of the type of people with whom you wish to surround yourself, and clarify if there is anyone in your life who no longer serves you. Can you love them from a distance? It's okay to distance yourself. You don't have to cut them out completely, Libra. You can just choose to put some space so that somebody who does challenge you to heal properly and fully can come in. Woo! All right. Scorpio. What's going on for you, Scorpio, during this full moon cycle? Well-being. Ooh, love that journey for you. And peace. I was called to draw another one, so I did. Well-being and peace. Oh, yes. Embrace that, Scorpio. I love it. Inner knowing. Oh, that's lovely. You already know what to do. I tell people all the time, you already know how to heal yourself. You already know. You know what you need. Sometimes we can't see it. We're so fogged up from other things that we can't tap into our inner knowing. So meditation brings answers. You know I'm a big fan, and meditation looks however it looks for you. Woo. Believe in the impossible. Blue moon. Love it. Yeah, Scorpio, I love you. You are the dark brooding on Batman of the Zodiac. So sometimes you can be a little bit of a wet blanket. Like, I'll see it when I believe it. Wayne Dyer, I'll see it when I believe it. So you got to believe it first, Scorpio. You got to believe it first. Dig down into those depths. What are you, maybe the question is, what aren't you seeing? What aren't you believing? What are you choosing to believe or not believe? What's holding you back from believing in the impossible? Spoiler alert, it has something to do with fear. On whom am I placing blame right now? Woo! I'm just the messenger, Scorpio. I'm just the messenger. A person who blames others has not begun their lesson. A person who blames themselves has begun their lesson. A person who blames no one has finished their lessons. Unknown. That's cool. I like that. Take responsibility. On whom are you placing blame right now? Today, free yourself by releasing all victimhood. There's that 9 of Wands. Blame and resistance. They don't belong where you're going. They don't belong there. Only love and courage live there. Make a choice to do it. Even if you don't feel ready, listen to your heart. You will be led. What did I just say? I channel before I channel. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. So, what Spirit was channeling through me was exactly what's here. So, believe in the impossible. What's holding you back from believing that? Chances are it has something to do with fear, with negative self-talk. Where are you placing blame? Where are you placing blame? Journal, meditate, think on it. But you deserve peace and well-being. You deserve that. You deserve it. Ooh, Scorpio. Sagittarius. Hey, Scorpio's reading was a little heavy. So I'm happy to be in your energy, Sag. You always bring the fun. You're the life of the party. We all know. Answers. Woo. Okay. Getting some answers during this full moon cycle. Love it. So doing that inner child healing, doing that inner work, positivity. I love it. Is bringing some answers for you. Beautiful. And I can't help, as I'm looking at the answers card, but get like ancestral healing. So maybe you're doing some lineage healing too, or help from your ancestors. Like you're the pattern breaker. You're the cycle breaker. Ooh, I love that. Conclusions are within reach. Yepers. Full moon. This one says eclipse. This is not an eclipse. We've got something later in the year. But conclusions are within reach. So as you're breaking these cycles and embracing more positivity, that card just fell, one moment. It's coming through this ancestral answers and healing and pattern breaking. And oh, beautiful. Love it, love it, love it. What can I do to make a difference? This is also very community-based feeling. Interesting. What keeps you up at night? Nine of Swords. What keeps you up at night? What makes you cringe when you think about it, such that every ounce of you screams, no more? Where can you create purpose out of your pain? Ooh, Sag. Make a difference in someone's life today, big or small, because all of it makes a difference. And I'm being called to the LA fires that are going on right now. And it's not just LA, it's like all over the place. But where there is suffering, where can you offer this positivity, this hope, this healing, this beautiful energy that you're bringing in, Sag? Where can you do it? Think globally, act locally. So do what you can. Watch, if you're doing something with organizations, make sure you do your research and all the things. But even if you're doing it with your own community, your own friend group, even the people that are around you, you never know what small act of kindness goes a long way. Maybe my son is a Boy Scout. He's an Eagle Scout now. But when he was a Boy Scout, he actually saw an elderly lady struggling, like her cart kept trying to roll away from her as she was trying to put groceries in her car. And I didn't notice because I was trying to put the groceries in our car. And he immediately went over to her and asked her if he could help. And I know that made that woman's day. She offered to pay him and he said, absolutely not. And I'm like, he's a Boy Scout. He has to do one good deed a day at least. And she's like, thank you. But it's so good to know that there are still young people out there who are getting this kind of education to just do the right thing. So what can you do today? How can you help somebody? How can you pay it forward? What can you do? And that will help you navigate these waters. So you're here, Sag, to bring the positivity to the rest of us, to anchor us during this full moon energy. It's a little rocky right now. It's a little wild. But gosh, Sag, I love you. You never disappoint. You always make me happy. It's probably why I love you all so much. And Capricorn. I mean, I love all of you. You know it. Capricorn. What is going on for you? This is in your opposite sign is Cancer. So this full moon's in your opposite sign. So you might be feeling this a little extra right now, Cap. New beginnings. Love it. Yes, releasing the old so that the new can come in. What are you healing so that you can move forward? Oh, I love it. Oh, I love it. Positivity. Sag just got that too, and you watched me shuffle. So these are beautiful new beginnings for you, Capricorn. Beautiful new beginnings. Love it. Embrace it. Let it happen. Let go of the old so the new can come in. It's like cleaning out the closet, getting rid of the old winter coat so that you can bring in the new one. Getting rid of the old sofa so you have a place for the new one. A new romantic cycle begins. Okay, so if you're looking for that, Capricorn, a new romantic cycle begins. New moon in Libra, so that happens during Libra season. So like middle of September to middle of October, if you're looking for timing. Could be. Everybody's on their own timeline, though. You know that. But a new romantic cycle begins. I love that. If you're not looking for romance, Capricorn, or even if you're in a relationship, it's within your, it doesn't have to be a new partner. It could be, but it doesn't have to be. It could be a new chapter in your love life. Maybe you guys are deepening your commitment to each other. Maybe you're renewing your vows. Maybe you're buying a new home. You're taking another step. You're moving somewhere. Like something is reigniting. If you're single, obviously, this could be a new person for you. If you're not looking for that, then it could be within yourself, learning to love yourself quite a bit more. More self-love is always a good thing. What if it was easy? Oh, Capricorn, I love you. I'd say you guys are the workhorse of the zodiac all the time. What if it was easy? It doesn't have to be hard, Capricorn. It doesn't have to be hard. It doesn't have to, first sentence, it doesn't have to be hard. Call in the universe, the stars, the angels, and all their powers. Find the solution. Would you take the next step if it were easy? Yeah, of course you would. It's time to expect ease. Call in grace and receive guidance. You are supported. List 10 possible ideas for your soul's current calling. Lean into ease. It's here. You just have to say yes to it. So challenge your way of thinking. Stop, challenge, choose. What if it was easy? It doesn't have to be hard. Make it easy. Intend for it to. This is so easy. I love how easy it is for me to bring in this new beginning. I love how easy it is for me to be positive and see the good in all situations, the lesson and the good. How easy it is to put myself out there. It's so easy. There you go. Just make it your thing. Make it your mantra. It's so easy for me to fill in the blank. Beautiful. Love it. I want to get one more card for everybody. This is the Sacred Destiny Oracle. We get one parting thought. Purity. Ooh, that's beautiful. Look at that white wolf. And this particularly resonates for me because this is what my landscape looks like right now as I look outside my window. I love it. And this wolf has one blue eye and one green eye. I forget what the technical scientific term is for two different colored eyes, but it's absolutely beautiful. So I'm reading from the guidebook here. It says, first snow, purity, first snow. Before the first snow, the earth is dark and cold. Fallen trees from autumn storms lay haphazardly atop the decaying leaves that cover the forest floor. However, when the first snow arrives, the darkness and decomposing soil are replaced by a purity that is light and bright. In the sunshine, the individual snowflakes atop the snowdrifts sparkle with crystalline light. If you're not someone who's familiar with snow and have never seen that, it is magical.
It is so beautiful. The blanket of snow, snow absorbs sound as well. So, excuse me, the amount of just like peacefulness is incredible. It's really beautiful. Harsh sounds are muffled. See, harsh sounds are muffled. Sharp corners and rugged edges are muted. Everything feels fresh and new. Debris seemingly disappears beneath the pristine white landscape. Softly falling snow illuminates the environment of a diffusion of swirling forms. At night, in the light of the full moon, here we go. We have a full moon. The first snow is glowing and serenely silent, turning everything into an enchanted fairy tale realm. In some mystical traditions, descending snow symbolizes the transmission of knowledge from the higher plane, the heavens, to the lower planes, the earth, thus bringing purity to the earth. That's beautiful. I love that imagery. So if you're somewhere that doesn't get snow or you don't have snow right now, then maybe just find a video here on YouTube and watch snowfall. It's really beautiful. No matter what has happened in the past, everything can be fresh and new again. See, the purity of your soul is shining through everything that you encounter. You are entering into a period of grace. There's that word again. Great. Grace has come through a lot. And it's my favorite word, so love it. Simply open your heart and know that the best is yet to be. The past does not need to equal the future. Your future can and will be shimmering, sparkling, and bright. Old limiting patterns are dropping away. Recurring challenges are releasing. This is a time of redemption, forgiveness, and holy healing. Wow, that's powerful. That is really, really beautiful. So maybe look up wolf spirit. Wolf is one of my totem animals. I'm always followed with wolf spirit and snow, maybe the symbolism of snow, whatever it is for you. But I love the part that said the past does not have to equal the future. So, what are you letting go of so that you can write your new future? Oh, I love it. Beautiful. Thank you so much for being here. Again, if you want your own personal reading, my info's in the description box below. Feel free to reach out. And I'm not sure what the next reading will be. I'm going to get better about posting at least weekly. So let me know what you guys want, what kind of topics and energy, what you want to see here on the channel. And I'm happy to oblige. Or if there's topics you want me to talk about, I haven't done that for a long time. I can do that as well. So thank you all so much for being here. It's always a pleasure. Take care.